Welcome back to the show, everyone. Craig and Jonah here today, bright and early. Haven't even had a chance to get in and polish up. Sorry, all you fans.
I don't know. You look pretty good.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with one of our fans, I guess, for lack of a better word, this weekend, and he asked what I do for a living. I said, "Well, I don't talk about that." He's like, "Well, you look like you're a firefighter," and I'm like, "Yeah, let's go with that."
Yep. That's great.
Yep.
That made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sorry, all you firefighters out there. I started making firefighter. There's just no limit to the number of puns when it comes to hoses and stuff like that. To my wife's dismay.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. What were those shirts when we were, must have been teenagers, the Big Johnson firefighters, like find them hot and leave them wet or something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's so for those that have been wondering, yep, that's what I do for a living.
Along the same lines,
okay,
I heard the cleanest dirty joke that I've ever heard in my life. We were actually at a church function, and
my dad was present here too. I didn't hear it, but my dad, when he was done, said everyone should go to confession. That doesn't necessarily mean a lot.
But it's true.
My dad's threshold is even lower than ours.
He did sort of chastise us a little bit. We weren't in church, just to be clear.
Okay, all right.
This was not in church.
Okay.
But so this guy walks up and he says to me, "What did the egg say to the boiling water?"
What?
I don't know how hard I'm gonna get. I just got laid this morning. It's a great Easter egg sort of joke. But it's pretty clean because but it's also got a less than clean component.
I say if your mind goes to the less than clean component, that's your fault and concupiscence working.
That's true.
There's no reason to make that dirty.
Yep. Yeah, so I shared it with the kids so they could tell everybody at school. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna get called down to the principal's office.
No, I didn't. Oh, well, that was kind of funny. I was surprised. But yeah, your dad, he was less than impressed, I'll say.
I'm not surprised. I'm just glad I wasn't there and had to share the awkward moment.
Well, and the truth is that the guy that told me the joke is even older than him, so.
He'd be a fun one to get on here.
Oh, he would be. Yeah, he's a hilarious guy. Yeah, he's been the kind of guy that tells those kind of jokes in the back of church, even though we weren't in church at that time. But he's been telling those jokes since I was a kid.
That's on the cleaner side, I would say, too.
That is for him.
I've heard a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff come out of his. Maybe he could be our joke writer.
He would enjoy that.
When this weekend I got something popped up. Like we're like a third of the way there towards being eligible for monetizing the channel.
All right, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Do you guys need to start binging on the videos? We're kind of we're like less than a third of the way there on the total number of hours consumed. So you guys really need to do that.
Just let it run.
Yeah, just let it run in the background. Make some fake subscriber accounts. Once that ad revenue starts pouring in, we'll be able to contract out the content.
The joke writers.
Yeah. Yeah. So that should be your motivation. Speaking of eggs, and this has nothing to do with anything other than this morning, I was making my breakfast and had the egg that we have some old chickens, and that egg was about like a goose egg, like it was big. Turkey.
Oh yeah, you feel bad for the chickens then.
Yeah, I bet that
happens at our house too. Ugh.
And I wasn't making over easy eggs. I was just making an egg sandwich, and of course it was a double yolker. And I felt a little guilty about smashing up those yolks in for my egg sandwich. So
why?
I don't know. Double yolker.
You mean that
those I should have left that one.
Oh, for the kids, you mean? Or?
No, just to make them over easy, like the nice runny double yolk. I just pummeled that thing. Mostly because the egg carton doesn't close with it. So I was like,
so you feel guilty over that?
Yes, I haven't eradicated all the scrupulosity from our life. It's just translated to different areas. Similar when the kids scrape off their plate into the garbage now. I'm like, oh, you have a chicken slot bucket.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
So
no, I don't feel guilty over stuff like that though. So I don't have that level of scrupulosity, I guess.
You're a little younger than me.
That's true. Yeah.
So just give yourself time. We're all on a trajectory to my father. All right. We're still adolescents here in many ways.
That's funny. Yeah, your dad did tell us. I'm not sure if I just said this, but we should go to confession, is what he said, I believe, directly. So
yeah, I feel like we just take that for granted, but go to confession. Like
that's perfect. We got that from your dad.
Yeah, he should be proud of that.
Yep, that's true.
Now he probably isn't proud of us making all the content that leads people to need to go there, but we're just opening. Hey, we're just reminding you what's inside your closet.
So so do you think that people should really go to confession for something like that? Do you think that's really a sin, telling a joke like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think the priest has better time. You're interrupting his
Father. Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I said this joke.
And he's trying not to lie. He's like, well, I need to hear the joke now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So this weekend, so the cycling is a little better now. We actually had a peak this time.
Not bicycling.
No, we don't do it.
Or motorcycling. Or...
No, she's not gonna let me do that with all these kids and leave her.
Let's get up the life insurance policy.
Well, we did talk about I did buy a couple lottery tickets. I guess the lottery is getting.
You know what? I bought one too.
My wife sent me in last night in the snowstorm to get some.
No kidding.
No kidding. And
but the drawing isn't until Tuesday.
Well, that's what I said.
You need them right now. Yeah, I bought some for Saturday night.
She's already got it spent, so I said, "Well, I hope I get the larger one because she wants to do all kinds of crazy things, like like add on to the house and hire a nanny. I mean, just."
No, I never played the lottery until recently, really either. So
yeah,
it'd be fun to fund the podcast. Is my plan.
I wonder if the podcast will continue or not.
Oh, it would for sure.
She was like, she was like, well, you could keep working when you want. I'm like, no,
I don't spit all over your face.
Yeah, I'm not fighting fires if I won the lottery.
That's true.
Those people, they're on their own now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would like to think that the podcast would continue on, and we'd.
That might be the only thing that I keep doing.
We'd really be able to lure in some high-profile people with some funding.
Yeah, guys, pray. I mean, pray that we win the lottery.
Sound like a televangelist.
Yeah. Venmo me some cash and I'll buy some lottery tickets. Now we're not just heresy. We're probably like violating some internet laws or something like that. Gambling laws.
We're not selling indulgences for it. Like it's not like give us money and you're.
Not yet. Although I did have an exchange with the guy. I said he asked about money. I said, "Will you take indulgences?" So he got back to me. Well, I was talking to my wife about that. And I'm like, imagine what that's like. Like you're sitting there looking at the numbers and they get read off. Like I said, I would probably fall over dead. And she's like, man, that would be great. I'm like, me falling over dead? No, like to win all the money. I'm like, well, actually,
just to clarify, well, it'd be fine.
If you can get rid of me and have all that money, that's a pretty sweet deal there. She didn't fight me too hard on that.
Even with your firefighter body, it's just not, you're replaceable at that point.
I'm more replaceable. Yeah. With that kind of money. She could build her own.
Oh gosh.
Get a guy that's at least 6'3".
Oh man.
So
marriage is funny.
It is. so I got derailed here. So I was about to tell you about the journey of the Uncharted Man, Uncharted Catholic.
Oh yeah, the cycling is there.
Yeah. So so last if you've been following the show, last cycle we got going along. We're doing the Marquette method. It's got the ovulation test, and it's like low, high, high, and then went low. Like we never had an observable peak, which means that we were under the rules infertile for all but about 5 days of our last, or fertile for all but 5 days of our last cycle, which is a lot of fun. This is it.
And if you abstain, it works.
Yeah. Even then, I'm not so sure.
You can get 5 good days a month, and it works.
Yeah, relish that. Don't be greedy, you liberal Catholics. So this time we actually peaks. We're standing around looking at it. Usually when we're doing that, we're standing around looking at a pregnancy test, right? That's the one thing that I've missed. Like most of the time we've gotten pregnant, not like just, all right, we're open to getting pregnant now, and then we just kind of get pregnant. Like it's not like, all right, we want to.
That's all it takes is a slight crack in the door.
Ease on the brakes a little bit, and we're sitting around the kitchen looking at the pregnancy test. So it was just surreal. Like we're sitting around looking at it peak, and we're like, man, think of what we could do right now. But we didn't.
Yeah.
But it was fun to like have that power. Like, oh man, I really wanted to, but no.
Yep.
We passed so far.
That's great. You had restraint then.
My wife had restraint.
You were fine.
Yeah. I keep telling her, I says, you're gonna like this all comes down to you.
Just the magnetism is just too strong.
Yeah, our commitment to this entirely on you, because I will fold like a house of cards.
Just give me the signal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So she knows that, and she's
she's building a wall then.
She's like got weapons like mostly non-lethal.
Some guys like that.
Yeah. Catholic BDSM or whatever.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I mean we're the Catholic swinger group, and I guess we're the Catholic BD whatever.
Before anybody gets any ideas, they should just watch the previous episode about the swingers. There's been some questions about swingers.
Yeah.
Nobody is swinging within the Uncharted Catholic Man.
But no one else is digging into the theological complexities of that.
And how you chart that.
Yeah, how do you chart that? So
I guess somebody's got to talk about it for those swingers out there that are scrupulous.
Yeah, I mean, in a world of 7 billion people, there's got to be a few people out there that are trying to wrestle with that. Not just themselves, but wrestle.
Quite a niche market, but yeah.
Yeah. We're nothing if not a niche market.
That's true.
So anyway, well, we're coming up on Holy Week. And so for Catholic men, that means a couple of things. It means that you probably went to confession last week. I did last week, and you've got theoretically 3 masses or church services with your spouse coming up. So
be strong, boys.
Availability of priest confession becomes less and less, and so save yourself that awkward glance down the aisle from your wife when you don't go to communion three services in a row.
Keep the streak alive.
Yeah, maybe maybe you work out some kind of a secret handshake with the priest ahead of time. You go up in the line, you're like,
well,
motion it. Yeah,
like the kids do. You could just
yeah.
You just got to be behind her though.
Yeah, you know how most, I don't know if you're like this. You know how like the men usually let everyone else go first in the community.
Maybe that's part of
That's why I never thought about it.
Yeah, just go up there with the arms.
Yeah, you hold back. Yep, they can't see what's going on. Nope. They're all the way back.
Just get the blessing.
That's pro level tip there.
That's true.
Priestess winks and nods, and everyone knows why. And...
Yep. Yeah.
So, but I know I got to confession last week, and
it's great.
So far, so good. Despite the
fighting all odds.
Yeah, despite the chart, what the chart tells us and all that. But so wish us luck, wish me luck, praying for all you guys.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
Guys and gal, the one gal out there listening to us.
Who struggles with this?
Yeah. So anyway, well, I think this is gonna come out this Wednesday. Got an interview coming up on Thursday with a trad guy. Should be interesting. Jonah, I don't think he'll be here for that, so it'll just be me and him duking it out over Aquinas and Augustine.
All right.
But I got a blackboard set up behind us so you can't see. Whiteboard. I guess we don't call them blackboards anymore. Whiteboards.
Yep.
I had a bit of a inspiration.
All right.
So you'll have to like stay tuned for that one. So I'm building suspense.
So that's coming up next.
That is going to hopefully come up next. So
all right.
I realized we forgot to play the intro, so that's okay. We'll see if we can get the outro here. So
all right.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you everyone for listening, and until next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.